So we find out in episode 3 of Genlock that basically, even more so from the trailers, but we get more of a better, more information from episode 3 that all the members here of the Genlock program, the hand-picked members, basically, that they pretty much were basically, like I said, handpicked to be a part of this program, but ultimately, even from episode 2 last week, that they have to be Genlock compatible, which also would basically mean that if they were to try to get set up and go from trying to be connected to their specific haul-ons, that if it didn't work, it didn't work, and then they would end up like the fake Robert Sinclair from last week as well. So the thing, guys, is that they basically were kind of lied to, by Dr. Weller and whomever else had talked to them about this information. Because even with what we've learned from episode 3, that that Valentina even said that she was told one thing, but they find out the real thing, that the real information that they needed to know is that they're basically brought in to be part of Genlock and be a part of that the Holon program. Two separate stories and stuff like that. I mean, again, of course, from episode 2, that that we also found out that that pretty much the program was doing all these tests without their knowledge, and they yeah, stuff like that happens in this world of Genlock. And again, they just didn't realize it until the doctor told them about the Weller test. So it's just very, very interesting that that they, like I said, with Valentina explaining that she was told one thing, and even more than likely everybody else was told one thing, but the Genlock program and even Dr. Weller telling them the actual true information. It does suck, but I guess from episode 3, they're with joining. It's just they had to, like the doctor did, set them up to actually become a part of their designated Holons and actually really see how they, if they do anything, if they really are truly compatible with these Holons, and actually really just walk around in them and get a feel of them, type of thing. It's basically like you playing an RPG and just basically trying to get a feel of a boss, or enemies and stuff, just getting your feel of the game. It's basically what they were, basically what they were trying to. This basically was a basic training for them. Even with Cammy and how funny she was in episode 3 with all of her stumbling and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, just very interesting stuff, guys, and just I'm glad that they're on board, but at the same time, I kind of agree with Valentina, guys, where it's just like, if you're going to tell me something about something really, really important like this, tell me so that I can actually make a decision on my own. But of course, I also do think that because each character fit something specific that the program needed, that if they would have told them the actual truth, that they would have probably turned it down. Like Valentina said, she would have rather just went and started a couple businesses and just lived her life, But ultimately, that doesn't seem like it's going to be the case. They're going to do the program and see what it's about. So, but yeah, guys, just like I said, very, very interesting that that we found out this information in episode 3 with the group here, and I'm just looking forward to seeing what they do as far as using these Holons, because they specifically are, uh, they basically are chosen for specific Holons, and actually definitely specifically for the skill sets that they have, each of them have. So I'm just very, very interested to see what happens with each of these characters moving forward with the show. But that's enough of my rambling, guys. What do you all think of this topic of discussion? Let's have a chat, and I'll chat with you on the next Genlock discussion video. Peace, guys.